Hey guys, welcome back. Forgive my voice because I'm a little under the weather this week, but don't worry, this won't stop me from making another video. And this time, a lot of you have asked me about drawing manga mascots, like cute little one for my own book, Manga Crash course. As you can see, we have the little fox mascot here. It's a bit of a magical creature. It's a two-tailed fox from Japanese mythology, which says that the more the tail the fox has, the older it is, aka each tail represents 100 years of age. But don't worry, this is a playful character, and today I will be showing you how to make very well-known characters, including my character Mimi, in the best way possible. It's really easy, and I'll show you some secrets and tips how to create your own mascots and general anime mascot rules. So don't worry, it's a quick lesson, it's really simple, so let's begin. All you need is one simple pencil, and if you like Mimi, you can see more of her in my Manga Crash course book. You can order it on Amazon, and you can see all the links for the book below. Mimi is a mascot which is like many other anime mascots, made out of shapes. You just need to simplify shapes like triangles, circles and ellipses, and you will get a really easy and fun character, because manga mascots don't have too many details. So first thing you need to do is to draw out an oval shape. This will be the base of Mimi's head. So it's just a simple oval. If you can't draw out a perfect shape, don't worry, just scribble it out. Don't press your pen too hard and you'll get to it. And next up, we will need two long triangles. Just two long triangles on top of the elliptical, well, spherical shape. Then we need two circles, just two circles for the eyes. If you're scared of drawing circles, just doodle them out and don't press until you're satisfied with both eyes. Nobody is able to 100% precisely draw out perfect circles of the same size, so don't worry. Next up, what we need to do is draw a number 3, but like it's tilted on the side, right under the circles. If you do that and elongate the number 3 a bit, you'll get kitty mouth. Also, there's another little smaller elliptical shape right here for the Mimi's forehead symbol. Well, it looks like more of a the divine symbol. I just placed it there for fun because I really like the look of it. And this little symbol is actually inspired by another mascot we will draw out real soon. So what else do we have? Remember the lesson about chibis? Well, chibis have this rule about their heads being as the same size as their bodies. So we'll use this size to place the ending of the Mimi body, right after which we will make a droplet shape, like a tear or a water droplet, or maybe a pear shape, whatever you like, to make Mimi's belly. After this, we will make two more elliptical shapes for the legs. After this, we need Mimi's hands or paws, also drawn out like two elliptical shapes. And last but not least, we need her tails. So let's draw two tails behind her with pointy ends. This is the base of our body. Now it's time for us to proceed with some detailing. I made the tip of her ears look a bit bushy, like little pom-poms. So you can try out and draw out a circle at first, but then switch the edges of the circle with tiny tiny curves. Now it's time for us to detail in the character. Now it's the time for us to press the pen a little bit harder. She also has the end of her purple ear tips right here, like just a line. Then we proceed in defining the ears. We make a little curve in the bottom of the ears. There's also a line inside each ear. Then we have little fluff inside ears. Any of you who has a pet, a cat or a dog, knows that animals usually have these little fluffy insides of ears, unlike us humans. Then we should press a bit to show off her forehead. And then you can smooth out the edges of the base of the head and then continue to trace the main shape to get cute little cheeks. We should press on to show off her sign on her forehead, well, little circle, well, ellipse, well, however you say it in English. And of course the tilted number 3 for the mouth. And now the toughest part. You need to really concentrate and try to make the center of the eyes like two similarly shaped circles. Then we have her eyelashes, which are like a bigger circle but not completely closed circle. You just need to press it a bit. Try not to make any additional details because manga mascots really don't have too many details. Also, we should put some light bubbles in the eyes, on the right upper corners of the eyes. And then we should make the black eye center. And try to press the pen a bit for the edges of the iris. If you want to make the eye glisten a bit, you can add a gradient. You can start on the top of the eye, shade it, then stop pressuring the pen near the bottom of the iris. The darker it is at the top, the more of the glistening you will get for the eye. And of course, skip the part where you have the light bubble. Now you should be able to erase the bottom and the rest of the circle so that your mascot doesn't look like it has bags under the eyes or look too tired. They should look cheery and happy. You can always add one special little effect, and that's the blushing cheeks. Blushing cheeks are always a cute detail. And the main point we're missing in this mascot is her bow. We should make a bow out of a square and 2 triangles at first. Then we should add up details for the bows. And soften up the lines for the bow. You can make her smile if you add a tiny triangle right under the tilted 3. And of course, each bow has special details like the little ends right below. And she has a special kind of bow which is actually atop of the Japanese school uniform color, so you should add it like a tiny cape actually, right on the sides of the bow. and the rest is all made out of shapes. We should make her tiny paws and tiny little paw fingers, animal fingers, and show with one line on each arm or hand the difference in the colors, because the tips of the ears and the tips of the paws are actually colored. You can color it in if you like when you're done drawing. And we should also do the same with her tiny feet. She has this funny animal feet, and as I said before, for mascots you don't need to detail in too much. You just need to follow the main shapes. Next to Mimi, I can show you how these same rules are applied to two different characters. I'll just draw them out smaller right next to her and show you how the same principle can look differently in two different mascots. So let's see if you can recognize this character. I will start again for the head. I will start with a elongated circle, after which I will add two pointy shapes like bunny ears, but with pointy ends. Then I will add, as you can see, we started with circles, we started with pointy ears, then we proceeded to place the eyes like two circles. Then we will use number 3, just a shape for a number 3. Then we will use a droplet. We will use just this size for the head and switch it down here and use that length for the body. Then we will add cute leggies, like two triangles, tiny chubby hands, and the part you might recognize, a lightning bolt shaped tail. If you haven't guessed who this is, these few next steps will definitely help you out. First of all, let's define the face shape. We will use the shape of the elongated circle. Then we'll go down and make an indentation right under the ears. Then we'll trace the basic shape we drew out into cute cheeks. Now let's draw out the ears, pointy ears. Now let's draw out the black tips for the ears. Next up, let's go to the eyes. We'll draw them out more precisely. Then we'll place light bubbles inside, but we will completely fill the eyes with black color. Let's just shade it in, completely black, just don't shade in the light bubble. Now we need a teeny tiny black triangle. And now we just add the kitty mouth. And of course, circles on the edges of the cheeks. I think by now you have guessed who you actually drew out. And for the rest, we shall use the pear shape of the body. to make Pikachu's tiny belly and feet, same as we did with Mimi's feet, but two completely different characters. Same rules, same shapes, which tells us that manga characters, manga mascots, are drawn out of simple little shapes. Elliptical shapes, circles, lightning bolts, and let's not forget the bottom of the lightning bolt. And now we got Pikachu. He's a chubby little character, and you can add teeny tiny fingers on the tops of his paws. He actually has little hands, to be more precise. So, as we said, the same rules apply for every character. Okay? Let's proceed to the next one. We will start by making an egg shape. So our entire character is actually made out of egg shape. They actually are an egg. Usually mascots don't even have genders. They're just pretty cute little things which are used as pets or guardians or advisors. So after you draw out a shape of an egg, we will do the same thing we did with these two characters. We will add tiny little triangular feet or elliptical feet. You can make out of every shape these kinds of feet. When we do this, we will need ears, but differently from these two, these ears are long bunny ears. This is actually one of my favorite characters from anime, and I hope somebody already guessed which characters I'm drawing out. So what we have left are the eyes, the mouth, and the tiny hands. You can draw out the tiny hands on the sides like U-shaped lines. As for the eyes, this character has closed eyes, so we will draw them out like two half circles. They have huge eyes, but they don't open them really often unless they're using their special magic. Above the eyes is something that inspired Mimi's forehead symbol, and it's like a magical gem embedded in the character's forehead, and it has its own little light bubble right here. And of course, each cute character has to have kitty mouth, so you just draw out a really stretched number 3 shape. The longer and stretchier and curvier it is, the cuter the character. This character also has the inner flap of its ears with a tiny line shaped like a lightning bolt, as well as Pikachu. So you have almost the same symbols inside each character. Now let's see what we made. We should definitely press the pen right where the gem is, so we have one shiny element like the eye. It's like kind of a third eye. You can add a gradient. You can press the pen at the top of the gem, then fade it out. Then we just proceed with pressing the shape of the hands, of the belly, of the tiny feet. These characters also have a tiny pointy tail on the back. And when you erase all the helping lines, you will get your own cute character. And if you don't know which character this is actually Mokona from XXX Holic, a really masterpiece of an anime. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you catch up with me on my Facebook page and show me your own mascots you designed by using simple geometrical shapes. See you next time!